Hey everyone, I'm Kip Felice, and today we're up here in Hermitage, Pennsylvania, and I'm joined by Ron Nesper, our Chief Carrier Engineer and Product Manager. Today we'll be reviewing the Gen 2 10 Series, both steel and aluminum carriers. We'll start with the subframe, then work up to the deck and talk about what makes our decks and our components better than our competition. So with that, I'll turn it over to Ron to talk about the Gen 2 10 Series carrier.
Thanks, Kip. 5 years ago, we went through a design effort where we wanted to commonize a lot of our components between brands and with the LCG carrier. The end result of that effort was a Series 10 carrier that you see with us today. Most of our Series 10 carriers are installed on Ford F-550 Super Duty, Dodge 5500, or GM 6500 International CV. On those chassis, they're equipped with an inboard fuel tank, inboard exhaust. We designed a carrier to use the outboard tilt cylinder configuration. One of the design features that we employ is an inboard oil tank so that we can preserve real estate on the side of the truck frame for mounting toolboxes. Miller carriers always use a full-length subframe. In addition to providing maximum support for the bed, the full-length subframe puts the front of the subframe in close proximity to the bed lock. We do that to prevent the bed from wandering side to side so that the bed more easily aligns with the bed lock. As you can see here, our Series 10 carrier is designed to have a high dump angle. This comes in handy for getting vehicles off that don't want to roll. Our subframes pivot on a one-piece, 1.5-inch diameter, full-length pin. We use a one-piece pin to keep the left subframe bushing and the right subframe bushing axially aligned to prevent binding. The Series 10 underlift is designed with a high position and a low position pivot point. The low position pivot point is for higher frame trucks. The high position pivot point is for lower frame trucks. Ideally, you would like the underlift to maintain 8 to 10 inches of ground clearance. One feedback criteria that we got while designing the Gen 2 Series 10 carrier was for the underlift to have a high toe height. As you can see here with me standing next to it, the toe height is very high. The underlift on our Series 10 carrier reaches 66 inches. At Miller Industries, we measure that from the back of the approach plate to the back of the wheel grid and on the ground. With this amount of reach, it makes it easier to get the underlift underneath long overhang vehicles. In this configuration with the L-arm installed, we have an extra 24 inches of reach to the back of the L-arm for an impressive 90 inches of reach to the back of the tire. The 24 inches of L-arm reach is very handy for grabbing large tires such as on Jeeps and pickup trucks. The Series 10 carrier's underlift are equipped with a self-centering lug to lock the crossbar perpendicular while stowed. The subframe is equipped with variable position extension stands. The adjusted height that these are put in depends on the height of the truck frame. The higher the truck frame, the lower the stand should be positioned. It is up to the installer to set the correct height for the chassis that the carrier is installed on. As you can see here, the subframe is equipped with a double bay hose tray. The left bay is for the winch hoses and the right bay is for the electrics. We like to have our electric wires and winch hoses separate because the winch hoses develop heat and essentially heat treat the wires over time if they were able to touch each other. So keeping them separate keeps air between them so that the electric jacketing on the cable doesn't become brittle and crack over time. Another added benefit for having the winch hoses and electric lines separated is in the rare event if one of the systems has to be repaired, you don't have to disassemble both systems to do the repair and then reassemble both systems. All Miller beds are equipped with stainless steel fluid tubes underneath the bed for hydraulically powering the winch. The rear end of these fluid tubes serves as a bulkhead connection for the winch hoses that reciprocate in a hose tray. The front end of these fluid tubes serves as another bulkhead for the winch motor fluid tubes. We use stainless steel fluid tubes for durability. Where hoses would fail over time, the stainless steel fluid tubes will never fail. The final advantage of our subframe is our universal dual control station. Shown here is our 6-spool model. There's 5 handles in this because we're missing auto grip. If your carrier is equipped with a side puller, we can interchange this with a 9-spool control station. The control station is equipped with aluminum hood, color-coded handles, a pressure gauge, and an LED light. Shown here is our steel bed. We build our beds with a one-piece 3/16 deck plate floor, a 3/8 approach plate, and a universal front end for the winch plate. The underside of the bed is constructed with 2x2 cross members, and we place them 8 inches on center. The 8-inch on center arrangement gives us a great strength to weight ratio, and that together with a 3/16 floor plate does a very good job to prevent washboarding. The slide rails on this bed are made from a 6-inch I-beam. We reinforce the front end of this I-beam and incorporate a 30-inch Nylotron wear pad to aid in the sliding of the rail on the subframe. It also does a good job of protecting the front of these rails in the event the carrier is misused or abused. The front of our beds are constructed with a universal winch plate. All of our winches are mounted in a mounting frame that can be considered an adapter between the winch and the front of the bed. We do this so that one style winch can be interchanged with another style winch. Within 1 hour, you can convert one style to the other. And finally, on a steel bed, we lowered the deck height on Gen 2 nearly 2 inches to a deck height of 10 inches above truck frame. And now we're going to move to the aluminum carrier. Here's our Series 10 aluminum bed. Shown here is the load right configuration. All of our aluminum beds are constructed with high-grade aluminum extrusions. The floor panels interlock. The approach plate is thick and incorporates steel chain locks. The floor panels up the side incorporate bolt-in steel chain locks as well, and they are equipped with baskets to help prevent the chain from falling through. On these bolt-in chain locks, we've designed some added versatility. If you'll notice, they're equipped with a rectangular slot so that the hook of a chain binder can be directly applied to the corner of the slot. All of our aluminum approach plates are equipped with a replaceable stainless steel drag bar. We put the drag bar in place here to prevent scuffing and grinding of the aluminum on pavement. The approach plate is the most abused area of your carrier deck. On the Gen 2 design, we've taken measures to maximize its durability. As you can see here, the approach plate is 12 inches wide, and the slide rails overlap the approach plate by 50%. We've also added gussets in 3 locations to help prevent this approach plate from cracking and breaking. The aluminum carriers are equipped with wear pads, top and bottom, on the slide rails to prevent friction on the aluminum bearing surfaces.
Thanks, Ron, for that quick overview of our 10 Series carriers. As always, if you have additional questions, please contact your district sales manager or your carrier concierge here at the carrier facility. If you ever have the opportunity to come visit us here in Pennsylvania, please do so, and we highly encourage customers coming as well. This is a world-class manufacturing facility, and we love to show it off. Thank you.
Miller Industries, the world leader in towing and recovery equipment.